Hi everyone, it is Beth with Flying by the Seed of My Plants, and today I thought I'd bring you along. I'm uppotting some of my peppers. Some of them I already did. I already got a tray of 18 done, working on another one, but I want to show you the pots that I'm uppotting them to, and the fertilizer that I use, the potting mix that I'm using, and different trays that I got from the Greenhouse Megastore. And first I'll show you the pots. So I am uppotting my peppers, and I'll also be using these for my tomatoes. These are from the Greenhouse Megastore, and the description on here, if you're interested, is the square black form. The pots are 3.5 inch deep squares, but actually I did measure these. These are 5 inches deep, so they're measuring across for the 3.5 inch. So these are great. Your roots, you know, have a place to grow down and fill in before they get root bound. And I have about 2 months, I don't know, right around 2 months where I'll be having my plant sale, or in Northeast Ohio that we would be planting outdoors. So hopefully this pot will carry them through to that point. So, but I have these pots that I get from them. And last year I invested in a bunch of these. And these are trays that will hold these pots in. And I like it because these fit in the 10-20 trays. So you have, this is a bottom watering tray, and then I put this tray inside of it, and it just really makes it nice and sturdy. So if you're carrying it from one place to another, they're sturdy, and I really like that. So I did invest in quite a few of these, and these pots, and of course the 10-20 trays. And these I will just use over and over again. To me, they're pretty sturdy, especially once you put them in this tray. These will last for years. So anyhow, I wanted to share that with you. So the other thing is uppotting my peppers, and the potting mix that I'm using, it's the Espima organic moisture mix, and I just like that. I've used Happy Frog. I'm happy with Happy Frog. That's another good one. And then the other thing that I use, and I've been using it for years, is the Trifecta Plus. This is from M.I. Gardener, and this has the numbers on the top. It's the 5, 10, 4. The first number is for nitrogen, so 5. The 10 is the phosphate, which is good for the roots. And then the 4 is the potassium. And then in here it also has minerals, calcium, magnesium. So I absolutely love this fertilizer. This is a 15-pound bag. So hopefully it'll get me through this whole season. I'm gonna have to check to see if they have more available, because a lot of times at this time of the year they do sell out and you have to wait. So I did buy this large bag last year, and I just opened it now to use. And so the Trifecta Plus I use, a good potting mix I'm using, and then my container. So here are the peppers. This is a Hungarian yellow wax, and I will be uppotting these. And I want to show you on here, like this one right here is a good example. These leaves that are long and skinny, these are the first leaves. These are the very first ones when it germinates. These are the first leaves that come out of the soil. And then once it starts growing more, you're going to start getting the true leaves and second set of leaves. So these are definitely ready. I can uppot these and use the fertilizer. The fertilizer I'm using is not a harsh fertilizer. even at this point, I would not use Miracle Grow. So I am using the Trifecta Plus. I've had great results, and I just like to use that. I have the plant sale, so when these things are ready to be put into my plant sale, they are going to be nice, healthy plants. And so to me, I have a reputation of nice, healthy plants. So I just use what really works for me, and I will continue to use it. So the first thing I'm going to do is fill these pots about, I don't know, maybe 3/4 with the soil. And let me cut this bag more. And I'm working in my kitchen because right now it's about 41 degrees outside. And anyhow, too cold to be up potting out there. So let me break this up a little. And I did not water these seedlings because I'm going to water after I transplant them. And so anyhow, I'm filling it up to about there. And I'll turn the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, just so you could see, I did fill these up, not all the way, and I just brought it in closer so you could see. Now I'm going to add the Trifecta, which I'm only going to add like a 1/2 teaspoon to each one, and I'm going to put it on all the pots right now, so this way I know I got all of them, because I don't want to skip any. And sometimes if I only do part of it and then I forget where I added it or didn't add it. So right now about a 1/2 teaspoon in each pot. And this will carry it through until ready to plant out in the garden. So right now I'm just going to mix this all in. And I'll be putting more soil on there. But I don't want the roots to really be laying on top of the fertilizer. So that's why I'm mixing it in. Okay, so mix those in. Let me move this back a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to add more soil on top. And now I'm going to go all the way up to the top. I'm making a huge mess. You know, I had the greenhouse outside, but I got a 6-foot by 8-foot, and I really and truly wish I would have gotten a bigger one, because this way I could actually set up a table if it was a bigger greenhouse and do some potting out there. But anyhow, I'm actually thinking about getting another greenhouse. We'll see. Okay, so I'm going to fill these up. And pressing down a little just to make sure that they are full, because I'm going to up-pot these, and then when I'm done I'm going to water. And next week our weather hopefully is going to start breaking, at least during the day. Pretty much most of the week I think it was going to be in the 50s, but at night it's still going to be in the 30s. So probably next week these peppers might be going out into the greenhouse, and at night I'll have to start using my heater, because with the greenhouse, if you don't have a heater, you know, whatever the daytime temperature is, it is warmer during the day because you have the sun and it heats up in the greenhouse, but at night, if you don't have heat in there, it will match the nighttime temperatures. Whatever is outside, that's what the greenhouse will be, unless you heat it. So peppers, you want to keep those above 50 degrees or dirt. Some potting mix. Okay, so these are all full. Okay, so in here in this tray, I have the soil, added about a half a teaspoon of the Trifecta Plus, and that is from M.I. Gardener, and then filled the rest with potting mix. And now I'm going to get my peppers and start uppotting. So this is the Hungarian yellow wax from M.I. Gardener. And one of the reasons why I want to uppot these now is, number one, like right here, I have two plants right next to each other, and I could separate them at this stage without really hurting them. And the other thing I'm definitely going to do is make a marker for each individual pot. Because at this point, these, through before the plant sale or before they go in my garden, they could start getting mixed up. That's happened to me before. And if each one is not marked, I will have no clue what pepper is what. Because all the peppers, basically the leaves look the same until you start getting the fruit to identify what kind of pepper it is. So here is the one with the 2 in here. And put this back a little. So I'm going to gently take it out of the pot. And I've already done a few, and the root system on these are really fantastic. So I'm going to carefully separate them. And then put it in its own little pot. And as soon as I'm done, I'm definitely going to water these. They definitely need some water, but right now, it's not totally dry, but it's not wet. I'm going to push down around there, and then go on to the next one. Just dig a hole, push it down in there. And also about these first leaves, the very first ones before you get your true leaves, these are going to turn yellow. And they're going to fall off. You can either, pinch them off. Even at this stage right now, I could pinch them off right now, because a lot of times later on I'll just go through it when they start yellowing, because they're just going to die off, which is normal. That's to be expected. They're the first leaves. So, here's the other one. Pressing the soil down around there. Okay, in this soil, I'm gonna reuse it. So I have my bowl. I'm just gonna dump it in there. Because those were just seedlings, so there's nothing wrong with reusing the soil. And if I need to add more to the pot, okay, so here's another, the Hungarian. This one is really, really tiny. I'm just gonna go ahead and uppot it anyhow, just see what happens to it. It doesn't have its true leaves, but I don't know. I figure I'm not just gonna discard it, but I don't want to keep it in that cell all by itself. You know, that 6-pack. Okay, here's one with 2 in there. Now this one I have already pre-sold. Quite a few of the Hungarian wax peppers. So I got quite a few here. And I had the Facebook group, and that's where, you know, I posted what I'm starting for the plant sale. And, you know, I told them if they want any certain peppers, let me know. This way I can make sure I have enough. So, and these guys last year, well, they were the hot Hungarian peppers. I sold out of them before the plant sale even happened. And I had a guy come up to the plant sale looking for these, and it's like, no, I'm sorry, I already sold out. So I think so far, I think I have over 40 right now. Because I still have to do tomatoes. All right, you know what? I'm not going to do that little seedling. I know, I know. Okay, here's another one of these. So I think I even have more over under the plant light still. But yeah, in that Facebook group, I put all the information down. The Facebook group is Flying by the Seed of My Plants, and I'm in Northeast Ohio, so actually the plant sale I just do in my front yard, and that's where I advertise what I'm planting and when the sale is. And of course, a lot of that depends on the weather. Okay, this one has 2 in it. So I'm getting it all out of there. And I'm gently going to separate. Try as gently as I can, not to disturb the roots too much. That root looks really good. yeah, I wanted to show you exactly what I use. I mean, as long as you use a good potting mix, and again, you have to be careful. And I know I don't mean to keep downing Miracle Grow, but last year I bought it. They had it at Costco's on sale, and when I opened the one bag, thankfully it was outside because it was full of black bugs. I don't know what kind they were, but I don't know. You just got to be careful. And, you know, so far I like Happy Frog. I like this potting mix that I have. This is the first year I'm using this one. And, you know, once I could start uppotting outside, I'll probably get one of those really large 2 cubic foot bags of the Pro Mix. And I'll start using that when I uppot. So that'll be like for the tomatoes and stuff. But there, that one's done. This one I already had started. So I'm going to finish putting the Hungarian yellow wax in there. And the Hungarian yellow wax, the description on this from M.I. Gardner, it's a sweet, mild heat when they're picked. It says immaturely, the peppers. And if you leave them to ripen even further, you know, where they turn like an orange or red, the heat intensifies. And I guess they even described it as being inedible. But I guess it depends on your tolerance of heat. And these are great for pickling peppers. Here's a seedling. It doesn't have true leaves, but this one I am going to put in here. And I think they'll be fine. Ideally, you want to wait until they get their true leaves. Okay, so I get room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more, which I want to keep it with the Hungarian yellow wax. So I'm gonna grab another 6-pack. Hang on. Okay, so I went and looked for more peppers, and the other peppers I have going are just not ready to be uppotted. So the one thing, here is some lavender that really needs to be uppotted. So I am going to put like maybe 3 in one of these squares each. So gently take it out, make sure you get the root. I can't believe this lavender. I'm excited about it. This is the Lavender Torch Blue. So I just gently took it out of the cell. Definitely needs to be uppotted. Trying to gently break them apart to get as much as the root without disturbing it too much. Make sure to get all that root down into the soil. And the lavender does have the second set of leaves as well. I'm really excited about the lavender. And it already has a fragrance to it. Not like lavender, I can't explain it. It smells good though. can remove that whole plug. Okay, there are a couple in here. That's the lavender. So I'm going to separate them as much as I can. I can't describe that smell. I mean, it smells good, but I can't think of what the actual smell smells like. But anyhow, all right, so I'm going to dig that down. Oh, and I gotta mark all these, but I also want to say, you know, I want to thank all the new subscribers, all the regular subscribers that keep coming back. I appreciate all of you guys. I hope you are enjoying the content, and take this out. You know, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to leave a comment. I will get back to all the comments. Try to answer all the questions the best I can. Gosh, I can't describe that smell. It's not lavender. It doesn't smell like lavender. I mean, it doesn't have the flowers yet, but it's kind of like an herby smell, like an herb. Okay, so get that in there. And I also did another wanted on my plant sale plants is the Craig's Grande. It's a large, extra large jalapeno. And I am having a really bad time of getting those to germinate. I did not buy any seed for this year. And so I used my oldest seed first. And I only got like 4 that germinated, so that did not make me very happy. I mean, it's an older seed, but still. So then I went through my seed because I still had some more, and I found a seed packet from last year that was packaged for 2023. So I started another batch, and I'm really praying that they all germinate. So far I don't see anything coming up, but I think I did that like last week. So the Craig's Grande is great for like stuffing. I like stuffing it and then wrapping it in bacon. final one. Just make sure you get all the root in there. And let me know if you guys have started your peppers. I hope you did. Or at least, I'm going to say, well, I don't know. If you're in Northeast Ohio, they're saying the last frost is April 27th, but we don't plant until after Memorial Day. I mean, after, typically between Mother's Day and Memorial Day. So you just want to make sure there's no more chance of frost. So here is the lavender torch blue. I don't know if I'm going to have any of these in my plant cell because I want a lot of lavender here. But these I did not do any cold stratification. I just did, just planted them, sowed the seed right in the little 6-cell. And the lavender torch blue, pretty much almost all of them germinated. And I had another lavender, I only had a couple that germinated. And then I have another type of lavender, and it looks like they all germinated. Okay, this is lavender torch blue. And I went ahead and I bought another shelf for my lights, another shelving unit. And I like it because it folds down flat when I'm done with it and I could put it away. And I did get another light. I have to set that one up. I have to get another plug extension. Anyhow. But once you go to these big trays that I'm uppotting into, of course you're using up more space. So things will start going out into the greenhouse, and I will be turning on my heater at night. That's it for that marker. And I'm gonna water these really good. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, how I uppot, what I use. You know, making sure I gotta go ahead and I'm gonna fill out all my markers for everything for the Hungarian yellow wax that I already did. I put some underneath the lights, but I have to put more tags in there. So that's another one, and 18, it holds 18 of these containers. So right now the Hungarian yellow wax, I have, let me see, yeah, there's that one. So 18 and 18, what, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. That makes me really happy because they're a big seller. And then I even have more of the Hungarian yellow wax. But the other one is from a different seed company, Seeds for Generation. And then I also got the hot Hungarian peppers I started. And those were, I don't know where I got them from, either Baker's Creek, I think. And so right now I'm still waiting for the Craig's Grande to germinate. The other one I was having trouble with, and they were older seeds, is the Cubanelle. So I went ahead and started some more of those. And so a couple other things I'll show you that I'm doing over here. Okay, so the other thing I've been working on is saving eggshells, and this keeps getting more and more in here. And what I'm doing is dehydrating them. I'm actually just putting them in the oven on the lowest temperature and letting them totally dry out. And then I put them in my, it's called the bullet, like a blender, and I am powderizing it. So these I will be, it's loaded with calcium, so I will be adding this to my tomato plants. And this helps prevent the blossom end rot. Calcium, the tomatoes need that, you know, to prevent that. And my neighbor down the street, he didn't add anything, and he ended up getting the blossom end rot. So it's really important, and this works. And another thing for potassium are the banana peels. And you can actually dry those out and pulverize the banana peels. So right now I'm just working on, you know, eggshells. Great time of year for that, Easter, you know, if you're doing Easter eggs, or you could tell your neighbors or friends to don't throw out their eggshells. Save them for you, for your garden. And the other thing I bought were the seed potatoes. I got the dark red Norlin, and then I also got a German butterball. And I took them out of their box, and they are just laying on my counter. I don't put them in the direct sunlight, but, you know, this way to get those eyes bigger. And then like this one here, you let it dry, you know, sit it on the counter so these will grow even more. They'll probably, I'm not going to be planting these out in my garden until, I don't know, the 3rd or 4th week in April. But about a couple days before, I'm going to, this here, you can have 2 different plants. So you would cut this right down the middle there, you know, depending if I get more eyes. And then you let it dry out overnight, and then you plant them. And you can plant separately, and I'll show you what I do when I plant my potatoes. But anyhow, right now they are just sitting in my counter, not in the box anymore, just to let these eyes grow more, which is where your plant comes from. So that's it. I'm gonna start working on cleaning up my little mess here. It's that time of year, and so I think that's it. And again, you know, if you have any questions or comments, even if you just want to say, hey, hi, I love the comments. And again, thank you to all the new subscribers, all the returning subscribers. And that's about it for today. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I will talk to you on the next one. All right, bye.